What is going on, everyone? All right, so let's just jump right into it here. The guys at Dawn of War 4, Warhammer Dawn of War 4 just dropped a multiplayer trailer or multiplayer gameplay. Excuse me, I got the hiccups here, but I want to go ahead and check it out. So let's just jump right into it. But screw all the beginning stuff.
Hi everyone, my name is Jan Thijssen. I'm creative director at King Art Games and game director of Dawn of War 4.
And I'm Elliot Verbeest, and I'm a senior game designer on Dawn of War 4.
Okay, so let's stop right here. Let's go ahead and take a look here, because I noticed automatically from the very beginning, I noticed a big difference in the terms of how the map is, how the UI is done, rather. This is kind of cool because it's very similar to how the UI is done in StarCraft and whatnot, even though StarCraft took from this game, but it is what it is. So right here is the Orc side right here. It's going to be the Space Marines versus the Orcs. I believe the Dark Raves, if I'm not mistaken. So right here, you got the wall right here. You got the map right here. And then you got over here, which in case looks like they selected the gun wagon. And then on top of that, the gun wagon has controls, right? Well, first of all, it has the stats right here. So it consists of one character right here. 1 out of 1, I think that's what that is. And also, so it looks like 9 defense, maybe, and 8. I'm not sure what that is, if I'm being honest with you. I am noticing a couple of things so that are really kind of standing out here. Number one, here's the health bar, obviously, but then below is an XP bar. Does that mean that the actual actual units get stronger as they continue to survive? And that's something I really want to know. Inquirer minds definitely want to know. We also have something very interesting here that I've actually not seen before in any game, and that is war gear. So it looks like you got, hold on a second, let me move the thing here. Okay, so it looks like I can hit the plus button and I can actually add on gear to my units. That's going to be interesting from the very beginning here. I'm actually loving that. Up top here, looks like abilities. I'm not 100% sure, but it looks like abilities. And down here, of course, naturally is what you've actually selected. They've already selected one gun wagon. If you add, oh, and the looks like the mission log is up here as well. If you look at the very, very upper left-hand corner, it's usually in the right-hand corner, what I'm about to talk about, I believe, but in the up or in the center, but in the left-hand corner, it looks like you got your energy and your requisition, or vice versa, requisition and your energy. That's usually what you need to go ahead and use to build your army. So requisition is usually good for units, and energy is usually good for machines and whatnot. So let me go back one real quick here. No, we'll just go for it. I'm pretty sure they'll switch back to Space Marines.
Warhammer 11th edition is here, and we thought we'd celebrate this by give you an extended look at Dawn of War 4 multiplayer.
I gotta say, look at all of that, man. It's a lot going on. I'm absolutely loving it. As you see right here, here's what it looks like when you have all of them select, or a lot of people selected, including their health and whatnot. So that's really good.
First up, Space Marines versus Orks.
Okay, so now we got the Space Marines. Let me.
Discipline, firepower against pure battle.
Okay, so we got Space Marines UI right here. So right here, here's Blade Guard veteran squad right here. It looks like it's funny because it says squad right here. I'm thinking that it actually changes depending on the name changes depending on who you have here. Maybe, I'm not sure. But at any rate, here's the actual what do you call this? The abilities right here. Once again, EXP right here. Oh, I'm noticing health right here, but then what is this? It's another bar up top there. Also tells you heavy infantry, effective at melee, good versus most targets, high durability. Really good, actually.
Chaos.
Oh,
So this matchup is
that's crazy. It just as a
pure battlefield chaos.
So yeah, it just updated. So okay.
this matchup is all about map control, pressure, and momentum. The Space Marines can dominate key engagements with smaller elite forces, but if the Orks are allowed to build numbers...
Now, notice this. Hold on one second. Got to look outside the window for a second here. Just have to make sure it's not no one knocking at my door. Okay, so I'm noticing here. Here's a new squad right here for orcs. The bomb squid horde. So it looks like you can go ahead and take bomb squids, raise them, and basically what they do is they literally run at the enemy and explode. The end. you know, explodes on contact, good versus vehicles, low durability. So these is actually really good units right there.
And control the flow of the battlefield, things can spiral very quickly.
This gameplay is captured directly from multiplayer, and we want to give you some insights into scale, pacing, faction identity in Dawn of War 4.
Alright, let's jump right into it.
Okay, let's go. Yeah, this is a relatively small map, but as always,
Okay, so stop right here, because we've seen a couple things right here. Number one, here are your I forget what they call these things, but these are in all of God of War games as far as I've seen, all the God of War, Dawn of War games. These right here, you go ahead and win these over, these part of the map, and what happens is that you can go ahead and choose what kind of resource you get, whether it's in, requisition or energy. That's the one thing good about Dawn of War is that it in other games like StarCraft, you kind of stand there and you kind of just constantly get resources, but in Dawn of War, you have to go out and get those resources quickly, and then you got to hold those resources. It's important, if not imperative, that you go ahead and do that. So from the gate already, like because of that, you could possibly be in a battle like within the first 2 minutes of the game. Very rare that happens in StarCraft, but definitely in Dawn of War, definitely can happen.
map control is very important, and economy is very important, so early on you try to capture as many resource points as you can. I'm playing the Space Marines and the Blood Ravens in this case, but of course you can use the Army Painter to play any chapter you want. And Elliot is playing Orks, so he will have a lot more unit than I have, but my units are stronger.
Okay, so he just released a squad right there. As you said right here, the Space Marines are stronger, though the Orcs will have numbers on their side, almost like quality versus quantity situation here. So, which hey, in real life, not so much. The quantity can win, but hey, orcs can work. Okay. So I still don't know what a lot of these icons are. But you see right here, infiltration squad, effective at range, high mobility, invisible at a distance. So it really does give you a breakdown of what this particular squad can do, which is very important. You may not know, hey, what's the squad do? Okay, great, I got its name, but what is this? What do they do? And this tells you. I like it. As you see right here, he's actually building up his requisition. It looks like so. He's going to go ahead, and that's what you should do in most games I do. I start off with more requisition than energy. I'll get energy too, but I used to start off with my requisition, and then I usually go ahead and transfer over a lot of that stuff to energy, so that way I can go ahead and start building my machines.
So let's see how it goes.
Indeed, indeed. And I am already going to go ahead and make a play because...
Gretchen here! Give me 1 second.
Let's see how it goes.
Indeed, indeed.
Okay, so we got our Gretchen already. Now, first of all, infantry. Okay, so if you don't know, now you know. Gretchen usually don't. They were only kind of. I mean, they were in killicans, but Gretchen are usually exclusively builders in the other Dawn of War games. So can perform repairs, which that's what they did before. Ineffective in combat. Oh, they still are. Okay, good. Now that's not bad. I was just surprised, but no, it's still not bad. It looks like they still are pretty much builders, except for it looks like building may not actually be a thing in the game anymore. Oh no, it's build menus right here, right in my face. God damn it. Okay, so there you go.
And I am already going to go ahead and make a play because when it comes to orcs, it's all about quantity over quality. So
I literally just said that, and it is. When it comes down to orcs, you want to have those numbers, that number game, and you want to have it good. It doesn't matter how you have that number game, whether you want to be slugger boys or shooter boys. It's just a matter of having that one. I'm a shooter boy guy myself, but I know a lot of people who play with sluggers and just outright slugging. So speaking of slugging boys, here you go right here. So you have right here melee infantry, effective at melee, low durability, free to produce at max Waaagh. Oh no. that is not good. That is bad for anybody else because that means that I will just mass produce some boys. I don't know if it's just slugger boys, but I will mass produce the hell out of these guys. I'm still interested in the war gear part. That's the part I'm really interested in, but so far so good. Let's keep on going.
So I know for a fact that Space Marines are relatively power hungry, so I'm going to go ahead and make a
Oh, right. So we already. Oh, wait, what? No.
quantity over quality. So
Okay. So as you see, he just clicked on the war gear, and it's a little hard to see exactly what he clicked on, but I'm gonna try.
I know for a fact that Space Marines are relatively power hungry, so I'm
Oh yes, here we go. He's got a burner. Okay, so this is great. This is great. In fact, this is very similar to the tabletop game. So he actually gets a weapon now. You know, equipping war gear, upgrades the member's weaponry, increases range damage to infantry, um, negates coverage, garrisons. I had to laugh at this because I just misspelled that a few minutes ago. I put NIG. But anyway, uh, it's negates, not no gates. Okay, interesting. I learned two things today. But I like that. So you can take your boys or your any of your units and upgrade them. Maybe you want to upgrade them to the way they're supposed to be played, or you could upgrade something differently. So maybe I can go ahead and upgrade where these guys are good at melee, I can upgrade their range and still be good. That's great. Let's keep on trucking.
going to go ahead and make a play for the center of the map already and see if I can capture and hold this power node, because the more I can starve Yun of
power node. And for the reason he's about to say, what you want to do is you want to go ahead and get these nodes, and you want to keep these nodes. You don't want to let anyone capture these nodes. It's imperative that you do that because the more resources that you have, the less resources someone else has. You know, you got to fight for these resources. Take a look. A shooter boy is actually selected here. So we have a light infantry, effective at range, low durability. Yes. Free to produce at max. Wow. Yes. Absolutely love it. Okay.
power, the better for me in the long term. Orcs are relatively snowbally as a faction, so the longer that I can hold on and fight and become stronger, the better chances I have of winning.
I'm stronger, or Space Marines are stronger one-on-one, so if I can catch one of his guys one-on-one, I will definitely attack them. But usually there might be more than one Orc, and so I might not be able to attack them.
Both are correct. Both are correct. I play Orcs in Dawn of War a lot, and I will say on a one-on-one basis, it usually, keep in mind, I mean, it's squad versus squad. It rarely works out for the Orcs, but in fact, I don't think it has worked out any point in time for the Orcs. When we're talking apples to apples, so I'm talking about like a light infantry versus a light infantry. It really works out. Hell, sometimes a light infantry can take out a heavier squad when it comes to if the heavier squad works. But with that being said, if I got more than one squad on my team, then I usually can go ahead and do pretty well. And that's the thing. Orcs have the ability to go ahead and produce way more, way faster in most cases. So I'm actually very excited about this. Especially since in this game you'll have two other factions to deal with, the Necrons and the other people who I can't remember their names right now. So it's going to be interesting.
Generally speaking, I want to try and avoid fighting Jan's Space Marines one-to-one.
Well, we have Slugger Boys, but they'll come back, I'm sure.
So if I can try and outnumber him in a fight, that will definitely help me win engagements. And I see he's got a power node here, so I'm gonna go and try and snab that while he's upgrading it. Because power nodes generally, when you capture them with infantry, you automatically gain all the power generators that are on them as well.
Oh, that's new. So keep in mind, in the original games, when you would go ahead and catch a power node, you had to destroy the generators first and then capture the node and rebuild your generators. So you could take all the work from someone else and go ahead and yeah, and that can turn the tide of a battle really fast, which is crazy because I was just looking at here. So I was like, okay, he's over here, right? Trying to take the node. But why didn't you go here? Why didn't you go here? And Okay, that reason would indicate why he would go here. Don't get me wrong, it's still stupid. I mean, I would capture this one, let them sit by themselves and start just giving me resources and then go to this one eventually. But I mean, it's still a pretty good move. It's a good move.
So if you manage to steal them from under your opponent's nose, that means that you can just take a lot of power input from him right away.
Right, and also these points cannot defend themselves. The requisition points, when you upgrade them, they become, you know, something that can shoot back and can fight back. But these guys cannot, so I need to go over there and recapture it quickly, because power is really important for me as a Space Marine.
And as you can see here, he's already taken out a few of my units, but maybe I can hold on for just a little bit longer, but I think this is looking pretty bad. So I'm going to go ahead and hit retreat on my shooter boy so they run on back to the...
Wait, there's a retreat option? I mean, I know there is always the option to retreat, but I didn't know there was an actual button.
Pretty bad. So I'm going to go ahead and hit retreat on my shooter boy so they can out a few of my units, but maybe I can hold on for just a little bit longer, but I think this is looking pretty bad. So I'm going to go ahead and hit retreat.
So R is for retreat. Okay. Like I said, that's something I believe is new. I've never retreated, but then again, I play Orc, so I usually don't retreat. I fall back to my other group who's right there with me to pull you into a trap, but I never retreat. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
On my shooter boy, so they run on back to the closest production building.
Let's see if we can stop him.
I don't know. I do get...
I think he didn't realize that a second of my units joined the fights. And also I put one of my units, I gave them auto reinforcements, which basically means that the unit heals automatically. Very expensive, costs a lot of resources, but you know, it also makes them...
Okay, hold on. I have some good information, but he also clicked on something else here.
You know, it also makes them reinforcements, which basically means that the unit heals automatically. Very expensive, costs a lot of...
Okay, so now he's actually getting the assault intercessor squad. He's actually giving them jump packs. Oh, wow.
Resources, but you know, it also makes them very hard to kill.
And I'm gonna go ahead and start building a base right over here. So one of the unique things about the Orcs is that their infantry units, almost all of them, can build structures pretty much wherever they want on the map, which, because structures are relatively cheap for the Orcs as well, and they're all armed, lets me just spread out a whole bunch of bases across the map, essentially. It's effectively a way of, like, utilizing base crawling as a legitimate strategy.
Right, and what I just did is I did a little bit of research. Basically, depending on what you want to do in the game, you know, you want different things earlier or later, right? Because research in the game doesn't cost any resources, it just costs time. So it's all about the order in which you research something. And basically, you know, I could have researched, you know, that my units capture points faster, or, you know, that I get more armor for certain unit types, stuff like that. And yeah, most of that is useful at the beginning. And so the question really is, okay, what is the current situation, right? So for example, if this would be like a bigger map with more points, and there would be more points to capture, you know, then maybe I would have picked the capture points faster ability. But since I already have all the points that I probably can have, at least for the foreseeable future, you know, I'm basically picked more fighty stuff.
Oh, look at this. It's got orcs on top of squigs.
Okay, looks like you're making a move for the center power node here, so I'm gonna try and do something about that.
Yeah, that was maybe a little bit ambitious. So let me actually...
That's right, come back another time.
Put some defenses up here.
That's an excellent idea. Let me go ahead and do that myself. I'm gonna go ahead and build a bomb squig pen here. One of the more hardier fortifications that the Orcs have. They automatically generate bomb squigs and send those out to any enemies in range.
So, like I said, I mentioned that earlier. Bomb squids are absolutely incredible. I love those things. I just find it hilarious. They just literally, their job is to, their life is to die. Just boom. But I am loving the fact, I didn't mention this before, I am loving the fact that Orcs now have the ability to build almost anywhere they want. That's a really good move right there. And like you said, that makes for a really good one of the tactics can be, in fact, base creep. So I can, if you look here, I can take and build, already build here, but I can go ahead and start building here and here to go ahead and guarantee that I can support and defend these particular nodes a lot better. And then on top of that, I can go ahead and just keep on trucking forward. So it allows me to really be able to use that to my advantage. You know, making sure that no one can go ahead and take that particular node. And if you do, you may lose way more units than I lost. So is it really worth it? Kind of situation, you know?
Right, and we can have a look at the different upgrades. So I can equip them with...
All right, so upgrades again. We got 2 different rifles right here. I'm loving it. So right now we got the auto bolt rifles, which is well known in the Warcraft universe here. High rate of fire, shooter range, and of course, naturally, oh, I didn't realize this. Just the damage to the... I think this is the damage that it does to different things. So to light infantry, it'll do damage up to 140 to 170. But now, it'll, with the upgrade, it'll do 170 to 195, which is good to me. And of course, naturally, it also requires requisition and time to do. So that's good in both ways.
Auto bolt drive.
Oh, power sword or a hand flamer, one of the 2 that you want to use. Looks like I don't think that based on this, looks like neither, it doesn't really matter. It's just whichever one you choose, power sword or hand flamer, it looks like it might just be cosmetic. That sucks, but it's fine.
Rifles with swords, equip them with auto bolt rifles, with swords, for example, and with grenade launchers. In the early game, you know, I don't need the stuff that's good against vehicles and structures. I more need stuff that is good against infantry. So I equip that for now. Oh, he is attacking me. That's not...
There we go. We've gotten a power node here, and we've taken over all the generators. That's going to be a nice power boost for me. Maybe what I'll go ahead and do is I'm going to put a mech gun here. See how you like that.
Nice try, but I think you're in trouble.
Oh.
Pincer.
Oh, pincer maneuver.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm out of here. Forget about it. All right, let's run back to base. Let's see if we can get a couple. So I've got myself a scrap heap here. Get some vehicles out for myself. Hopefully that will give me some armor against you.
Yeah, these are the bomb squigs from this bomb squig pen.
So just FYI here, these torrents can shoot a lot farther than they can in the regular Dawn of War, or Dawn of War 3, should I say. Loving it.
They're nasty. If they reach you, they can actually deal a lot of damage, even for Space Marines.
Ah, what's this? Trying to sneak past me here? I don't think so. Got some Defcopters here to try and take you down while you make your way over. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and take that point, if that's all right with you.
You can try, you can try. Actually, now I have enough resources. So, Hammerfall bunker coming down.
Okay, that's not looking great for me. Let's get out of here.
Nice.
That's a little bit too...
The one thing I love about Space Marines is that they can, like, you would think that the Orks have the edge because they can go ahead and build almost anywhere. But the one thing about Space Marines today, they can drop machines and or units almost anywhere as well. It changes. It can almost change the entire battle depending on how you drop and where you drop it. Like, I try to drop it on someone as hard as I can. Bang, he get taken out someone. The impact takes out someone. Then all of a sudden you got 4 units coming out, as well as the thing I dropped actually has torrents on it. So it's definitely something that really does a lot of damage. I love it.
Fortified. So that's definitely one of the strengths that the Space Marines have, is that they can just spontaneously drop a defense or 2.
Literally just said that, but yeah. Oh, Defcopters. Let's see what that is. Effective at range, good versus vehicles. See, here's the thing. When I get Defcopters, I don't have these things, so I didn't know they were good at good versus vehicles. I just got them because I like the sound of Defcopters. Like, yeah.
Onto a position. and you have to be able to respond to that fairly quickly.
Also, one thing we can do is we can produce stuff in reserve, which basically means that it's not going to be on the battlefield, but instead in orbit.
Oh,
And then I can drop it anywhere I want. So let's do that
okay.
for a little bit of a surprise.
Now, that's a little bit more range than I expected. I'm gonna pull back out of this, but I think we managed to deal a little bit more damage to you this time. There we go.
So funny thing, since we look up here, Killicans, I love the story of Killicans. Gretchen are actually in Killicans, and it's said that when the weird boys go ahead and grab a Gretchen and force him into a Killican, the first thing that the Gretchen will do inside the Killican will go ahead and kill the weird boy. And it's funny because the Orks find it hilarious. Now, keep in mind, a Gretchen is still a Gretchen, so despite that, the Orc will easily put him back in his place. It's at this point, it's not even about the fact that the Gretchen isn't in the Killican and has the power, but it's the fact that in mentality, from a mentality perspective, they still fear the Orcs. So they, mentally they'll still follow orders. So
We're gonna hang on back here for a minute. I think I'm gonna go see if I can build a couple back here for a minute.
Death Dread is another version of a Killican. But if you see here, effective at all ranges, good versus infantry. Okay. Versatile wargear options. Okay. So that was a Death Dread, not a Killican. But like I said, both look relatively the same. I think Death Dread has a face on it, or this kind of face on it.
I think I'm gonna go see if I can build a couple more faster moving units to try and get an eye on what you're up to and see if there's any points that I can capture here.
I mean, there are 3 energy points on the map and I only have 1, so it would be really great if I could capture another energy point, but I think he might have something against there.
Okay, never mind. I'm gonna just demolish that building under construction. That should refund the resources for that. Doesn't work for
wasn't
fully built
finished.
structures,
Right.
but in this particular case, I think that's necessary.
Actually, let's come down and also let's add a little bit of a stratagem here.
Okay, this is actually what I was talking about before about the they can drop these things here. As you saw, units came out of it, and then on top of that, it also has turrets on it. I'll actually rewind it a little bit so you can see.
Resources for that. Doesn't work for fully built structures, but in this particular case, I think that's
Here it
necessary.
comes.
Actually, let's come down and also let's add a little bit of a stratagem here.
Uh-oh.
Yep, that's Space Marines for you, baby.
Okay, now I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place, so I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can create a corridor to get my units out of here. Oh, okay, that's looking like a pretty sizable army you've got going on there, so I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna capture that point, but maybe I can take a look to see where else I can take some resources off of you.
So that was a successful assault, I would say. Shock and awe tactics.
Indeed.
Now I have 2 energy points, which should really help me out, because all the big stuff I want to build costs energy, and now I can build a vehicle production.
Space. Is that spaceport or a
I'm building
vehicle?
a chaplain on bike
Okay.
next. Here it still says Ezreal, but in the final game the commanders will be generic in the skirmisher multiplayer matches. Oh, I didn't see that. Now I don't have enough resources to drop a hammerfall, so this point is probably gone.
Yeah, very good. I was hoping that you would have let that one relatively undefended, because then I can get away with taking that point, because I've got a pretty big requisition cost right now.
So keep in mind, you can always tell who's winning this battle based on how many one owns versus the other. Right now, the Orcs are heavily losing. They only have 3, maybe going on 4 of these power nodes. So while this guy over here has 5 power nodes running. So yeah, it's definitely not an Orcs game right now.
I need to take care of.
There's Ezreal.
There we go. Now I've got my own commander out as well. We've got Guzcutter here.
Let's take a look at Guzcutter real quick. Mobile skirmisher, effective at all ranges. Empowers friendly units. Okay, interesting. That means that he's good at a group.
We've got Guz Cutter here. Okay, I see here what you've got. Let's see if we can tackle your blade guards over here. Ah! If that ain't Ezreal, well, let's see if we can take him on then. Let's attach.
Bring it. Come on.
Alright, let's dance. Let's use an ability here.
Oh, okay, that was a little bit much. So let's do a quick retreat.
Darn Eradicators. But I'm not out of the woods just yet. Can I maybe put that down here?
It says they look like he tried to use bomb squids, but didn't work out.
The unique thing about the Orks is that once I have reached maximum Waaagh here, we are able to unlock everything that the Ork arsenal has to offer. And then I think I've got enough for a Gorkonaut. There we go. Okay. Let's see if we can put that together as fast as we can. And we're just gonna hold the line. We also have our final ultimate stratagem here. And that should hopefully give us a bit of an edge in the fights to come.
Yeah, let's try big attack here. I placed some units in reserve and in the Thunderhawk relay. So hopefully that is going to be a nasty surprise.
Okay, I think I might have just the thing to deal with this though.
Bring it on. Oh, big boys. Okay, then let's do a bombing run, definitely.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Oh, please don't be the oh, that's what I think it is.
Might have
Yeah.
this when it comes to the
Oh, two more.
vehicle capabilities.
The cavalry is here. Thunderhawk, a bunch of units,
And a dropped off units. Oh my goodness.
some drop pods.
Ooh. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to pull back from this.
Go back from what? You ain't
Gotta
going
find another
nowhere.
solution. I'm just gonna make sure that I can fortify myself as best as I can. And I think it's time to start putting these Gorkonauts together.
Yeah, then maybe it's time for me for an orbital bombardment,
Oh boy.
which is my strongest stratagem. That
Ooh,
really
yikes.
deals a ton of damage.
Ah, but it also deals damage to your own units. And that seems to have cost you.
Yeah, but I think it costs you more, so I'm okay with that. Not great, but okay.
Okay, looks like the Gorkonaut made the difference in this particular fight right now. Let's see if we can take care of your Eradicators.
I think you might have not seen the real danger here.
I don't know. Is it a danger? I'll come check up on that later when I can. Right
Okay.
now, I'm just gonna make sure to fortify this position here.
Oh no, here's
Oh.
the second HQ.
Aha!
Ah, no, this is Orc stuff. This is bad. Okay, let's see where it is.
Exactly. Orcs can build everywhere, and I'm gonna make use of that.
Okay, it's not over yet. then.
This is
see.
gonna be tough, though. Not looking great for me. Let's finish
Not
these
at all.
constructions first, if we can. Okay, this is looking pretty rough for me. I think I may have overplayed my hand here.
Love the cinematic camera.
I have a little bit more coming.
Oh Lord.
There's not much I can do here, so I think that this is going to conclude this particular match. So well played indeed, Jan.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, this was definitely one of the smaller maps, so this was also pretty quick, maybe 20 minutes or so. Of course, we have much larger maps, and you can also play 2 versus 2 or 3 versus 3. Matches can take it up to an hour if you play something really big, but
Especially with free-for-all, right?
yeah, but this was like, you know, a nice 20 minutes or 24.
Okay, that was an amazing battle right there. It really gave you a really good look at both what the Orcs can do and what the Space Marines do. Right now, this is the only battles available. I'm definitely going to be going ahead and doing deep dives into each individual battle as it comes out. But let me know what you guys think. Comment section below. Warhammer Dawn of War 4 is looking to be amazing. It's going to be a first day buy for me. It's funny because I usually don't spend. How do I put this? When it comes down to games, I usually go. I don't spend full price for games, if I'm being honest with you. But in this case, I might have to make it. And it's bad for me to say, being a developer myself. But this one, I'm going to have to go ahead and just forego and just kind of get it, man, because it's looking great. I'm definitely enjoying what it brings to the table. And on top of that, I'm hoping the DLC that it comes after it will go ahead and just constantly increase the units and things of that nature, which will make the game even better. Let me know what you guys think. I'm out.